Tom, thanks a lot. Now 8:15. Let's talk about bullying. It's not just happening at school or on the playground. Bullying can happen to adults in the workplace. Some of you know all about that. Joining me this morning with more is Judy Bookman. She's with Concern Employee Assistance Program, or Concern EAP. And Ms. Judy, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure, Valerie.
The last time she was on, we talked about issues involving adults, and she told us it happens in the workplace a lot. So what's the difference between workplace bullying and harassment in the workplace?
Well, although bullying can be a form of harassment, not all harassment is bullying, if that makes any sense. Harassment is when you single somebody out based on certain characteristics that the government recognizes. For example, minority status, gender, age, race, ethnic background, religion. Whereas bullying can really apply to anybody and usually singles out one or two people. It's usually not generalized to everyone in the workplace.
Give us an example of someone being bullied in the workplace.
Somebody being bullied in the workplace, first of all, could be bullied either by a coworker or by a supervisor or boss. So it could be something that's as benign as being left out of the Christmas party list, or it can be as severe as somebody who is denied a promotion but then not necessarily found to be denied the promotion based on any particular discriminatory issue other than who they are.
Okay. We have gotten several viewer questions, and let's go ahead and get to them. Let's start with Latasha from Memphis. She is being bullied at work. She told her supervisors, and the employee was put on a 2-week suspension. But when that employee got back, he continued to bully her. She ended up missing work because of it, and she was fired. What should she do?
Well, first of all, that's very unfortunate. Whenever an employee believes that he or she is being bullied, most important thing is to deal with it early on. And that means confronting, but not in a negative way, but speaking privately to the person who you believe is bullying you. Saying something that is certainly non-threatening, not saying I believe you're bullying me, but when you single me out and tell me I do a poor job in front of my coworkers, that's a problem for me. Is there a way we can get along so this doesn't happen? So I suggest that you be as specific as you can. At the point where this woman has been already fired, of course, the only thing she can really now do is seek legal counsel in terms of wrongful dismissal. It's very important, however, Valerie, for folks to remember that if they do believe they're being bullied, that they need to continue to do their jobs to the best of their ability.
Okay. We've got a few others, and let's go on down to Annette in South Memphis. Her supervisor, she says, is constantly talking bad to her, even spit on her at one time. And she says she's the only African American that works at her job and feels that's why she's being bullied. What can she do?
Well, in this case, she clearly may have a situation that could be defined as harassment. Her first thing to do is to report that at her job, because just about every business has an internal harassment policy that will meet federal and state standards. So she needs to deal with it in-house first and let it work up the chain of command and follow their policies and procedures. If in that particular instance that does not happen, then she certainly can contact EEOC and see if she has a case. They'll investigate.
We have several other calls, and we're going to have you back, Judy, to talk about this because apparently there are a lot of situations of people being bullied. One real quick response to the people whose questions we couldn't get to, how to deal with it. Number one thing, what should you do?
Number one, deal with it early if it's happening early, and deal with it appropriately in private, and then report up the chain of command.
Okay. And I would guess keep notes too.
Absolutely. Document.
Okay, Judy Bookman, thank you so much. She's with Concern EAP. We will definitely have her back. We'll be back with more on your forecast and so much more.